Hi, I'm Felix and welcome to today's product roundup on Boy vs. Girl, in which I'm going to be talking about some of the products in different categories that I've used over the past year or 6 months. And I'll be giving you a rating system for them, which 1 star means meh, pass. 2 stars means it's okay, it has its uses. And 3 stars is yes, I use this all the time, this is a great product, it's worth its value. As usual, all of the products that I use will be linked in the description box below, assuming I can find a link for them. In some cases, there will be affiliate links so that you can purchase the product and support the channel if you so desire. So, let's get started with today's topic. Today's product roundup is going to be eyebrows. So, I have a whole bunch of products because, frankly, I'm a sucker for a bargain. And sometimes, you never know what you're going to find. I also receive several subscription boxes, so I occasionally just get things that maybe I wouldn't have purchased on my own, but they're here, I've tried them, and this is what I think. So let's just start with a product that, frankly, I would give - stars if I could. So this is the Brow Stylist by L'Oreal. It's the Kabuki Blender. And here's the issue with this. The product itself is not bad. It's just, it's just a regular blonde looking product because that's the color I tend to get. The bigger issue is, well, 2. First off, how thick this tip is. You can't use it. It is absolutely useless. And I have tried, in fact, to use it with a brush to try to apply it in other ways. It does not work. Second is this brush on the end. I have no idea what it's supposed to accomplish. As you can see, if I use it on the product at all, it brushes the product away. Completely brushes it off the skin, leaving nothing. So I have no idea what that was supposed to accomplish. So this is - stars if that is possible. Next we have some micro pencils. So I have 2 here. One is by MAC. This is the Lingering Eyebrows. I don't know that it gives a color unless lingering is the color. Anyway, it's a small pencil, like yay, looks like this. This came in a box, came in one of, well, I'm not going to name the name, but came in one of the makeup boxes that I received. Otherwise, I probably would never have purchased it because it's pretty expensive, in fact. This is a micro pencil. As you can see, it comes up, etc. So here's the deal with this. Okay, so let me just show you. I can show you it goes on. A couple things. First off, it is supposed to be retractable, except it doesn't retract, right? So if you happen to turn it one too many times, you are out of luck. Secondly, the product itself is a little stiff and hard to apply, and because it's so small, you literally have to do so much work to get the product out. Now, if all you're wanting to do is draw in some little hairs here and there, yeah, it would probably work for you. But for the price and the product and the fact that you waste so much if you accidentally turn one turn too far and it breaks off, I'll give it 2 stars. It's useful if you happen to run across it. I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase it. The second micro pencil is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This one, let's see if there's a color for it. Taupe. So just to show you, this one, it's very waxy. It's a little softer than the MAC one, and it does retract in and out. It's a micro pencil, so again, it's very small. The bigger problem with this is that it breaks off so easily. And I think this is generally a problem with micro pencils in general. If they're stiff enough that the product doesn't break off, they're too stiff to really draw on. If they're soft enough and waxy enough that you can draw it on easily, then it breaks really quickly. The difference between this and the MAC, and the reason why I would give this 2 stars, even though the MAC is technically maybe a better product, is because this cost me about $3. The MAC, as I recall, was close to 20 or maybe more. I'll have to check, and I'll leave again a link below and you can see. But you know, if you break off a little bit of this, who cares? This also comes with a very handy little brush to do your eyebrows with. So 2 stars for the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. The next object. This is an e.l.f. pencil. It's kind of one of those thick crayons. You can see the cap comes with a sharpener kind of dealie, which is nice, in fact, in case you didn't have like a fat one. The other end has this weird color of, supposedly you use it to clean up, but my God, I have never seen any human being with this color skin. Seriously, I don't know what it's for. That said, this is actually a really darn good product. Now, I will say up front that it is not a delicate flower kind of product. If you put this on, you are going to know that you've had eyebrows painted on. That said, I'm not a subtle kind of person, and if I'm going to put on makeup, I like it to look like I've got makeup on. So the deal with this is that it is fast. I can literally put on an eyebrow in maybe 10 seconds. It's going to be a fairly aggressive eyebrow. The product is pretty waxy, so if you have bushy eyebrows, it does kind of paint them down for you, so that's a good thing. If you use it carefully so that there's more of a tip on it, then you know it's not as bad. You have a little more control over it, and you can kind of dispense the product a little bit better. Again, this was about $3 at my local shop. The e.l.f. pencil. This gets 3 stars because honestly, the value is hard to understate. Yeah, it's a little bold, but for $3, you know, this is a good tool to have in your box, especially if you're just starting out and you don't really know what kind of eyebrows you want to do, or if, for instance, you want to do more kind of cosplay things where the eyebrow is bolder and more defined. This is a great product. Also, the sharpener, check that out. It's amazing. So this next one is the Amuse Cosmetics Pro Eyebrow Pencil Matte Long Lasting. Now, the primary draw of this particular pencil is that it cost $1. Yeah, you heard me right. It cost $1. This is from the Miss A website, where most of their cosmetics cost $1, no more than like 2 or 3. Now, I have to wonder what they sacrificed to the Dark Lord to be able to afford those prices. Maybe a puppy, baby, I don't know. Something, seriously, some soul had to go for these prices. That said, some of the products are really not bad. Now, this one is wedge shaped. It's soft enough that it goes on really, really easily. It also comes with a little crayon, I'm not sure where that came from. It comes from the little brush, the little spoolie brush, so that's nice as well. You can see it's thick enough that the tip doesn't break off. It's retractable. The product is easy to put on. Now, if you find a color that matches your hair, this is a fantastic deal. So this is just a little bit too red for me. As you can see, I wouldn't be able to use it on a day-to-day basis. That said, if I'm in a hurry, or if I have a different hair color, because God knows I change that often enough, this is such a bargain. This is beyond 3 stars. I don't even know. For $1? Yeah, seriously. It goes on so easy. Not kidding. The next product is similar. This is the NYX Sculpt and Highlight. Yes, this is the NYX Sculpt and Highlight Brow Contour Pencil. So it comes both with the product here. It's a little thicker. It's not wedge shaped, but it's thick enough that you don't break it. On the other end, it comes on again with one of those cleanup things. But again, you know what? I have yet to see a human this color. I'm not sure who these products are for, but whatever. Anyway, the bigger deal is this is a really good product. I think it cost maybe $6 or $7. I got it from the local kind of NYX outlet-y store here. And it goes on really nicely. The color is kind of dark and ashy, so that's a nice color. It's not quite as easy glide as the Amuse Cosmetic was, but it does the job. It does the job. It's a nice ash color. You can do a lot with it. This is one of my go-to pencils if I just need something to rush out the door. It's a great product. Again, 2.5, 3 stars. It's a little more expensive for what you're getting. If the Amuse Cosmetics is $1 and it works that well, and this is like $7 or $8 and it works almost as well, it's hard to give that product, you know, 3 stars. But it is useful. It's a quick, easy grab. I'm a fan. The next product is the Aesthetica Brow Sculpting Duo in True Blonde. Now, I've used this for a long time, so I've gone through several of these. This was my favorite product for a long time. It's not that I don't like it anymore, it's just been superseded by things that do different kind of tasks for me. So the big deal with this one is that it comes with 2 sides. One is the wedge-shaped drawing side that allows you to kind of do a thick or thin line. The other is a clear brow mascara with a tiny little wand. I appreciate that this wand is so small. It helps you really, if you're going to use it on the eyebrows, it helps you really control that. Now this, like I said, this is it's got the wedge shape. It's a little harder to draw on. You have to use some firmness. I think you would have a better time with it if you warm it up just a little bit, like in your hand or something, before you apply the product. It goes on decently though. You could see the color. It's you know, it's a ashy browny blonde. I like this one particularly for the mascara end of it. The bigger deal here is that you don't actually need the mascara with the pencil. The pencil works fine on its own. This is by Aesthetica. I think it was maybe something like $10 or $15. I don't remember. It's fairly expensive, but you do get a lot of product. As you notice, it is retractable, which I appreciate. It doesn't break off super easy. I have had some of it break off before because you do have to press it down. I will give this a 2. I enjoy it. I use it. I go to it. It has some yellow highlights in the blonde that work really well with my eyebrows if I'm in a blonde phase. But after I found the NYX pencil and the Muse pencil, I don't reach for it nearly as much. That said, it is a really good beginner product. It's really hard to mess up with this. The 2 ends, the narrow end and the wide end, give you a lot of control over what you're doing. So, you know, I definitely give it 2 stars. Next, the NYX Eyebrow Gel. So this product is kind of a special product. Again, it was $3 or $4. It's completely worth that. I will just tell you up front, it is worth the money, 3 stars, etc. Now, the trick with this is that you have to have a brush to apply it, and primarily you need a very stiff, thin-edged brush to do it. I use the Morphe Y21 for that, and a little of this goes a very long way. So you could see if I put this on here, it is kind of a nice ashy blonde. This is one of the lightest colors I've been able to find. It's fantastic for ash blonde hair. Now, it does paint down the eyebrows. You're not going to get a super realistic look with it unless you spend some time learning how to brush it in. What the primary value of this product is that it does not go anywhere. Once it dries down, and it takes a minute to do, so you have to be careful not to smudge at it once you've put it on. Once it dries down, this sucker does not go anywhere at all. And in fact, if you put it on, spray some fixing spray on it, my gosh, I have used this through multiple shows where I'm sweating out in the summer. It goes nowhere. So this I use a lot for when I need a more either a subtle brow or I need to use a fair amount of it to do kind of a theatrical brow. Sometimes even what I can do with this is put down a layer of it really quick, then put a little powder over to give it even a little more dimension. Again, it does kind of glue the eyebrows down, so you get that benefit as well. This is 3 stars all the way. The final product is the Aesthetica Contour Brow Series. I talked about this in the eyebrow episode, but let me just show you again a little for those who may not have seen. So there's 6 different colors that allow you kind of to shape, sculpt, etc. There is the kind of eyeshadowy neutral color to kind of go under the brow bone. There's a little brush with a spoolie, which I don't have because I don't use it and I have no idea where it went. Some eyebrow stencils. I personally didn't find them useful, but other people may, especially if you're looking for a very specific shape. One of the nice things about them is that it's not all one thing. There's a little plastic in there so you can move it. There's also tweezers, wax, and again, another one of those let's clean up the products, except there is no one on the earth who is that color. That one's better than most. In this lighting, it's let me see, it's harder to see. In this lighting, it looks good. In person, no, it doesn't. It looks very orange. Anyway, this product sells for about $26. I did not pay that much for it when I got it. There's a sale on Amazon, and that was why I got it. But I will say this thing is worth it. I have used this palette for over a year now, and you saw how much of the product was left, and I've used it pretty substantially. You can do a lot with it. You can make really natural looks, you can do really bold looks using a combination of the powder and the wax together. You can get a lot of different like clean edges, softer edges, fading. It is an amazing product. It is 3 stars, worth the money all the way. So those are the products that I have in my drawer. There's been some others that have come and gone, but they were kind of not useful to me, so they've either been tossed or given to some kids to, you know, play makeup face with. But these are the things that remain in my drawer for one reason or another. Trust me, I am now going to throw out the Kabuki brush because I think the only reason I kept it was because I couldn't believe something I paid almost $10 for sucked that much. But yes, I'll be tossing that now. Anyway, so that's a roundup of the eyebrow products that I use. I hope this has been useful for you. If you have products you'd like to review, recommend, or just generally talk about, please let me know. All of my contact information is in the boxes below. Don't forget to subscribe. And I look forward to hearing your feedback, comments. What would you like to see? What's useful to you? Let me know. Until next time, bye-bye.